In the area of Staveley and Chesterfield, there is many stray cats and other animals out on the streets. This documentary will include footage of some stray animals and an interview with an animal activist. Stray cats are extremely commonly found within these areas, and sometimes you may even find boxes of abandoned animals such as kittens or small puppies that people have left on the streets, just abandoned. These animals have not chosen to live like this, nor deserve to live like this. These animals have been left on the streets to fend for themselves, and during weather conditions, such as the ones that were present during the filming of this documentary, which was -1 degrees temperatures, snowing and ice, these are not safe conditions for stray animals, and it is not fair for their well-being.
In relation to being vegan, how do you think it affects your feelings towards animals?
Well,
Especially like pets and things that you might see on the street.
well, I love animals. That's the whole reason I went vegan in the first place. So it's purely for ethical reasons, and it really still upsets me when I learn about animal cruelty.
Do you think there is a rising issue with like finding more, maybe not stray animals, but abandoned animals that are just left on the streets, especially in weather conditions like they've been recently?
Yeah, and you see a lot of it on Facebook, on the community pages, people's pets running away because of things like bonfire night, and when we have bad weather, they get scared and run away, and I would just be in bits if my cat did that, especially when it's winter.
Do you think there's anything that maybe not local vets, but like people should be doing more towards the safety of animals on the streets, or preventing animals from being on the streets as much?
I think pets should be microchipped, and yeah, personally, I don't let my cat outside unattended. I prefer to keep her as an indoor cat unless she's being supervised, because it only takes a loud noise or a car to go past for a cat to get scared, and then they can run away and get lost.
With you mentioning microchips, how do you think we could manage like cats that are fully stray cats? So obviously they're not someone's pet, they haven't been someone's pet, but they're just born on the street. Do you think there's any way we could manage them or help save them from some of the weather conditions and things like that that are on the street?
Well, I think pets should be spayed and neutered, so we don't have that problem in the first place. So we wouldn't have lots of extra kittens being born. Yeah, there are some animal shelters. I have also seen these things you can get. I know they're designed initially for hedgehogs that you can have in the garden. So it's like somewhere warm and sheltered that they can go if they don't have anywhere, a home to go to. And I know in some countries they have them for stray cats as well. If people have garages or sheds, they could perhaps have a little space in there if there is a stray cat or a cat that's lost, just so they can have shelter from the weather, obviously.
Regarding the situation of like stray cats on the street, if you could do or change one thing that maybe you might not be able to do, but what is one thing that you wish you could change about the situation itself?
I think it goes back really to the neutering and spaying, because if there weren't unwanted kittens in the first place and people weren't irresponsible with their pets and let them out if they weren't neutered, then we wouldn't have this issue, and there wouldn't be all these kittens being born. Because the thing about cats is they will keep having litter after litter after litter if they're unneutered and they're allowed out. So it would be easier to just stop it before it starts by getting them neutered. I think it's the responsible thing to do.
Regarding maybe not strays again, but more pets, going back to the pet cats that have got out and stayed out, do you think there's any reason why people might abandon, because I know sometimes you can find boxes of kittens maybe on the road, or people might abandon their pets on the side of the road. Do you think there's other reasons, like with the local economy right now, that might be leading more towards pets being abandoned?
Definitely. I mean, there's a cost of living crisis, can't deny it. Things have got more expensive. Even cat litter now used to be about £3 a bag, and the one that I usually get is nearly £8. So there's definitely an issue. I think it's awful, but I can kind of see why it happens. Sometimes people move house and they're not allowed to take pets, or they just can't afford it anymore, and they have to prioritise maybe the children, heating, food, so the pets get left behind. I would personally never ever do that, and I think it's awful, but I can kind of see why it would happen.
If you see stray cats out on the street, you can make a difference. If you find stray cats, you can take them to a local vet's or a local animal shelter and they will help take care of them. These cats don't have to be left on the street, and there is a difference that can be made. And if we all did something to help the situation, these cats can live a nicer life and not be left abandoned on the street. You can make a difference to this situation.